Have you ever watched someone do something so cool that you had to stop and say, "Whoa, how did he do that?" But what makes Marc Márquez so good? Why is he one of the best motorcycle racers ever? Let's dive into this. Number 6. He's not afraid to fall. Falling off a bike is quite dangerous, right? Most people don't enjoy it. And it hurts badly. Now imagine breaking a bone or something more fatal. That's a killer. But guess what? Marc Márquez isn't afraid of falling. Marc is racing around the track, and his bike starts to slip. Most racers would crash. But Marc? He leans over so far that his elbow or knee touches the ground, and somehow he gets back up and keeps racing. But the best part of this is that he doesn't quit when he fails. So why is he so great? Because he won't fall, and he always learns from his mistakes. And that's why he's one of the all-time greats. Number 5. He rides like a wild animal. That's what kind of thing Marc Márquez looks like when he's on a motorcycle. He doesn't ride like the other competitors. No way! He rides like a wild beast that's gonna win. But Marc? He enters them with speed, leans extremely low, so low that it appears he's going to crash, and manages to get through without a scratch. Watch this, and the fans love it because it seems like he's performing a stunt. But in truth, that's his style of riding. When Marc was just starting out in MotoGP, he did not fear the more seasoned racers. He was young, fearless, and extremely fast. Racing like a wild beast is not merely about being fast. It's about being reckless and taking risks. He takes other drivers by surprise with unexpected tricks. And before they know it, he's already in the lead. You never know what he'll do next. One moment he's behind, the next moment he's ahead. Marc rides like a wild beast. And that wild, aggressive riding style is one giant reason why he's so good. Number 4. He began early, like really early. Marc Márquez started way back when he was only a little boy. Marc was already riding around on an actual dirt bike. Can you imagine that? He received his first mini bike when he was only 4 years old. Marc did not ride just for fun. While the other children were watching cartoons, Marc learned how to go fast, to take turns, and ride safely. Before he was 8 or 9, he was already beating out bigger kids. That's right, Marc was a little guy, but he had big dreams and even bigger ability. Wow, this kid is special, and they were right. As he grew older, he progressed to larger bikes and more challenging races. Even when he was a teenager, he was racing with adults and winning. Imagine racing with others who are half your age and winning. Marc was able to do this because he had already been training for years. Practicing young and working hard definitely pays off. Marc didn't wake up one morning a great racer. He practiced daily. He continued to learn. He didn't say, "I'm too small," or "it's too difficult." He kept pushing. Number 3. He's super smart. What does a racer need most? A super intelligent brain. And Marc Márquez has one of the most intelligent race brains out there. Racing isn't all about being fast. It's like chess, but much, much quicker and with much more noise. The drivers must think constantly, do I go faster now? Is my tire still good? Can I overtake? Where is the slippery bit of the track? Marc is a pro at thinking on the bike. He reads every track prior to racing. He learns every bump, every difficult turn, and every area where he can speed up. It's like he has a mental map. But wait, there's more. During the race, he also watches the other riders. If someone brakes early, Marc zooms past. He's always planning, always thinking. Even when something goes wrong, Marc remains cool. That's what they call being smart under pressure. Yes, Marc does ride quickly. But even better, he rides intelligently. He works his brain as much as he works his body. That's why he is so unique. Number 2, he's got the eyes of a hawk and reflexes like a cat. Marc Márquez has all of them times 100. He's quicker on the uptake than anyone else because he predicts what's going to happen before it happens. Marc's hawk-like eyes observe everything on the track: the lines, the turns, the other drivers, even small cracks in the ground. That's why it appears that he makes the ideal move all the time. He's not making an educated guess. He's reading and thinking quicker than most humans can blink. Whoa! They're crazy! Marc's reflexes are so quick that when his bike goes out from under him or wobbles, he catches it before it ever hits the ground. There was this one incident during a race when his bike began to bounce like mad. Anyone else would have flown off. But Marc remained on and didn't even lose a place in the race. Spectators watching were like, "How?" That's why fans claim that he rides like a cat. If a cat falls, it ends up on its feet. If Marc falls, he continues racing. That's a giant reason why Marc is such a great player. Number 1, he never gives up. Okay, get ready for one of the best things about Marc Márquez. This one might be even cooler than his speed or his elbow saves. He never gives upper. Let's discuss something that occurred during 2020. Marc had a terrible crash. It was not a little tumble, it was a big one. He smashed his arm and had to have surgery. Most would take time off for months. But Marc? He wanted to compete again just days later. Marc never gives up, not even when it hurts. Not even when it's really difficult. He pushes on. After that, things got tough for him. He wasn't winning like before. His bike wasn't working great. Some people said he'd never be the same again. But did Marc cry and give up? Nope. And guess what? He started getting better. He trained harder. He fixed his body. And he started racing strong again. That's what makes Marc a champion. Not his riding, necessarily, but his heart. He believes in himself, even when others don't. He gets knocked down, and then he gets up. Over and over and over again. He's not just quick. He's not just courageous. He's a fighter with the biggest heart on the circuit. So that's a wrap, guys. Comment down below which of Marc's races is the best. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And also, while you are at it, make sure watch our previous video about dumbest drivers ever as well.